on this Eevee shirt and realized that all of the Eeveelutions are essentially just different coffee drinkers. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video you are joined in holy matrimony. Today's video, you are joining me in my kitchen. We are celebrating another national holiday. 2 of them, in fact. We are celebrating National Coffee Day on September 29th and International Coffee Day on October 1st. So when I was looking up different videos, I saw these holidays and I thought to myself, you know what? I have this cookbook that I got at a thrift store probably 2 years ago, and it is all sorts of coffee recipes, and I've never made anything out of this. And I decided that this video was a great time to finally do that. So not only am I making one coffee dessert recipe thing, I am making 5. The way this book works, it is broken up into 3 different parts. You have your coffees and all different sorts of recipes. You have your coffee cakes, and finally your coffee flavored desserts. So I'm going to be trying to make 3 different simple coffees, 1 coffee cake, and 1 coffee flavored cookie dessert. So to get started, I have this angle right here. I have this lovely second angle right here that you'll be able to see all of the beautiful countertop that I have. And I'm not gonna go Rosanna Pansino on you guys and explain how to make everything, because this is not an episode of Nerdy Nummies and I'm not on that level. So I'm going to basically just chat with you while we make all of these things, and you'll get to see my wins and my fails and all of that. The first thing that we are going to make for this video is actually not a coffee, but a coffee cake. And the reason for this is because it would be absolutely pointless to make coffee cake after I've made all of the coffee, because that is the entire purpose of coffee cake, is to have it with coffee. So I'm gonna make it first, and then it'll be done so I can enjoy it with all of my coffee. All of the recipes that I am making, I will put in the description below, and if I can find an Amazon link or something to this specific cookbook, I will also link that in the description below. Again, if I can find it. I found this at a thrift store, so I don't even know if they're still being sold or not. So we are making this recipe right here. It is a peanut butter coffee cake. I thought it would be fun to make this recipe because all of the other recipes that we are making involve chocolate, and one of the best pairings on this planet is peanut butter and chocolate. So when I saw this, I thought that is perfect, and that'll give me an excuse to make something that doesn't have chocolate in it. And also, fun fact, coffee cake contains no coffee at all. I was very, very shocked the first time I learned this, and a little disappointed, if I'm being perfectly honest, because I was thinking this is a coffee flavored dessert. This is amazing, but it's not. It is just a nice dessert that pairs well with coffee. Okay, got my baking dish. Grease bottom of 13 by 9 by 2 inch baking pan. I'm using this guy. I'm not gonna use that size because I like this size and not that worried about it. I'm gonna clean up and see you guys when coffee cake is done, I guess. Does this not look incredible? It also took like 30 minutes longer because it was not setting in the center, and that's just because I used a much smaller pan, so all of the batter was thicker rather than it all spreading out and cooking faster because it was thinner. It was all very, like a very deep batter, but this looks so good, and I'm so excited to try this. Coffee cake is done. It is right there behind me. We are going to try it very soon, and it smells amazing. My entire kitchen smells like peanut butter, and it is glorious. But the next thing we are going to make, we're going to jump into the coffees. And the first one we're gonna do is this mocha latte chiller right here. It calls for a half a cup of brewed coffee, but it doesn't specify if it's hot or cold. I'm assuming it's supposed to be cooler because it says chiller, but I don't know for sure. Also, it says vanilla ice cream, or you can make it minty by substituting mint chocolate chip ice cream, which is what I got, so we're using that. My glass. I want to imitate this chocolate design around the outside. It's about a fourth a cup. Hi.
Hi. May I watch?
If you want to, it's not really that fancy. I have to mix stuff, and I wanted to do that, but it would ruin it if I mixed it while I had that on the outside.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it in 2 different glasses.
I'm a live studio audience.
You're just off camera like them too. Okay. And it says a half a cup of coffee.
Yeah, you measured.
Nah, I didn't measure. I did the other 2 ingredients in it.
Okay.
Work off of approximations here. Ooh, that's a warm glass. That's okay. Not gonna lie, it's not really the same color as the picture right now. Hopefully the ice cream will fix that. It says I need to add the ice cream and then whipped cream on top and sprinkles, which those are the sprinkles that they use as an example, but I have a few more options than that. So I'm gonna pull out my sprinkles and see which ones I want to use and figure that out before I put ice cream into my warm coffee drink. I'm gonna put these gold ones on there.
Yeah? That'd be
Yeah, look at these.
That'd be cool.
So you pour it and just kinda
Yeah.
like that?
Well, basically.
I'm just gonna mess it up.
You want me to try?
Yeah.
Here we go. It's
Thank you.
getting there.
That's pretty. That's so much. That's enough.
Okay.
I don't need more than that. It's too big for this. Like, look at. Stay down. You're aesthetically unpleasing. It's just like bouncing around in my coffee. This is not cute. It's empty. Yeah, this is not having a good time.
Let's try the last of the other one.
Nope. We have here expectation versus reality. Oh gosh, this is not cute.
Well, we'll see if it's delicious then.
Yeah, let's hope. Okay. Okay, it is actually really good.
Okay.
Do you want to try some?
Oh, sure, why not? Yes, that is very good. Yes, the flavor is definitely there.
So it doesn't look fantastic, but it tastes pretty fantastic, which is what counts. We need to try coffee cake.
Oh my goodness, yes. That's peanut butter.
Yep. It's very dense. Wash it down with some coffee.
Naturally.
That's the way to go.
Yep. That's the way to do it.
That's so good though. So I will rate out of 1 to 5 this little coffee here, like a 3. It didn't look great. It tastes pretty good, but it's not outstanding. And I think this little this coffee cake, gonna have to rate this a probably a 4, where it is very good. I just think I need to put it in a different dish the next time I bake it, so it's not as dense. 2 days later, and I just put the same shirt on to make this video seem more cohesive. We are back today to finish this video, and as you can see, I've done a little bit of prep on the countertop here so we can make some cappuccino cookies. My original plan was to make these and let them bake in the oven while I worked on the coffees, and then I realized that they're only going to be in the oven for 5 minutes. So that didn't really work. We are going to come back in frame and grab a spatula. This is a very, very simple. I already have my oven preheating. I need to just essentially mix everything together. So Okay, so all of the cookies are done, and what I've done, the idea I had for the powdered sugar was instead of just sprinkling it on top of the cookies like normal, I want to take these guys, which are little molds for making, if you do like a cookie press. I use them for when I'm making almond cookies, and they're really, really cool, but they're also a really good size, and they have a lot of different designs. These are the ones that I want to use, and my plan is to take this little piece of paper that has a hole in it, put this on top of it like so, lay it on top of the cookie like so, and sprinkle a little powdered sugar, so when I lift it away, there's a fleur-de-lis on there. That's my plan. Is it gonna work? I hope. And am I gonna do this on all of them? No. I'm gonna do this on like a handful of them, and the rest of them are gonna stay plain, and we can add powdered sugar if we want to. Look at it, it's so cute! Oh, I love it! I'm gonna try this. Okay, yeah, that kind of worked. That's kind of cute. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. We have expectation versus reality. Practically twinning. You can't tell which one's the cookbook, which one's real life. You have no idea because they're so perfect. All right, now time to actually try these. If you're expecting a cookie from a box cake mix cookie recipe, you're gonna be disappointed. But if you're biting into this thinking, I'm eating a tiny little sliver of pancake cake, you're gonna be pretty happy with it. And the texture is very chocolate pancake. And I'm not mad. 10 out of 10 recommended dipping them. Probably give these a 4 out of 5. The next coffee we are going to attempt to make is a hot cocoa mocha coffee. And you have to ignore this picture because this is for this one and we're not making either of those, so just don't look at those. I'm tweaking this recipe some because all of the sizes and proportions that they're recommending make anywhere from 3 to 4 servings, and I am home alone and don't want that much coffee. So I'm going to cut everything into about 1/4 and try to make just 1 serving. And also, it calls for whipping cream, and if you remember the last coffee we made, it's empty. Yeah, this is not having a good time. We're out. So we're gonna have to do without the whipping cream. It still should come out fine. That's supposed to be mixed in with the other stuff, I think, to dilute it some, because it's gonna be real chocolatey and real sweet, but I'm gonna see how it goes. So I'm cutting all of this into 1/4, like I said. Because there's so much less in here than what that recipe calls for, I'm going to stick it on for 30 seconds, but keep a very close eye on it, so I'll be right back. So that took 17 seconds, so definitely keep an eye on it if you're lowering the amount that you make. So there's that. I have about 1/2 cup or so of coffee right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just pour that in so we can mix these together. I put this in my favorite Harry Potter mug right here. I use this mug anytime I have hot cocoa essentially, and this is a very hot cocoa-like coffee, so here goes. Oh, it smells so cocoa-y. Hold on. I was really hoping it would taste like a coffee infused hot cocoa. And when it didn't with that first sip, I thought maybe adding a little bit of my creamer to it would help. But both tastes, with or without that creamer, all I get is either a really strong but watered down hot cocoa or a really light roast with some terrible flavoring choices. I can't do an expectation versus reality because they didn't give me a photo to work off of. This is all that it looks like. It's not fancy. 0 out of 5. I'm dumping this one down the sink. This is not great at all. All right, and the final coffee that we are making today, and one that I really have high hopes for, is this iced caramel frappe. I have made coffees similar to this in the past. I actually have a recipe for a caramel frappuccino dupe type, and I've used it in the past. It's delicious. This is not the same thing, but it's a very similar principle. So I'm hoping that this comes out good because I need something to wash that last coffee's flavor out of my mouth because it's lingering. For this one, very simple. Add everything into a blender and blend it. Ta-da! Okay, let's see what this does. Definitely need more ice cubes. Ooh, that looks like a consistency I like. I used 15 ice cubes, just for your knowledge. I'm gonna pour this into my other fancy mug. A donut. Ah! Nope. Ah! That's going everywhere. Bad idea. Oh, but it looks good. Oh, I really hope this is good. Look at that. Look at that. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. I have so much of this. Please be good. Oh, it's good. Honestly, 5 out of 5. It might just be because that last one was so terrible. And this one's just redeeming coffee. That's really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I could take this and sit outside. But that was my way of celebrating National Coffee Day, International Coffee Day. Let me know in the comments below if you guys celebrate this holiday. I will put in the description all of these recipes, a link to the cookbook if I can find it, and I will put in the description as well a list of different coffee shops or businesses that have some sort of deals going on for these holidays in case you wanted to check them out and try to get a free coffee or a discounted coffee or something. But I hope you guys have had a great week. Subscribe if you haven't already because I do all sorts of crazy stuff for all of these crazy holidays, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Evie, who's sort of your basic coffee, little bit of cream, little bit of sugar. Glaceon, who's like your iced coffee person. You have Sylveon, who's like the person who goes crazy over all of the seasonal here today, gone tomorrow flavors. Umbreon, who's like dark roast, likes their coffee black. Leafeon, who is like the all natural vegan coffees. Jolteon, who's the like 13 shots of espresso coffee drinker. Flareon, who is the likes it straight out of the pot, melt your mouth out coffee. And then there's Vaporeon, who is like the iced coffee drinkers who like to let their ice melt so their coffee's really watered down. The Espeon, who are the people who go to coffee shops to get tea.